It's about to get a little bit easier to use an Xbox at night. Surely none of us have been up until 2, 3, 4 a.m. playing the late night games, playing the latest in your back catalog of Game Pass and all the other good stuff, only to have some LEDs shining very bright into your tiny little peepers. Well, Microsoft has heard the feedback and they are making some changes to the Xbox dashboard and the hardware, quite literally itself, that is going to make it easier to play games late into the evening on your eyeballs. So let's just dive into it. Microsoft is calling this night mode. And what it's going to allow you to do is adjust the LEDs on not only the console, but also on your controller through the dashboard. This has been pretty heavily requested. People like myself who like to play in the dark will very much enjoy this. And what it'll allow you to do is very much just adjust the LEDs. But Microsoft has actually put some pretty decent thought into this. It's not just turning it up and down. You can actually schedule it so it'll turn on with night mode. And there's a bunch of different things you can do. You can set your preferences first all to turn off things like HDR, set the dark mode, but you can also individually control the light on the controller and on the power button on the console, which is pretty good because maybe you want the one that's on the console a little bit brighter because it's in a cabinet that's not directly facing you, but you definitely want your controller almost all the way down because, hey, let's admit it, when that thing is close to your face, it's really bright, especially when everything around you is, well, pretty dark. And so Microsoft is enabling these. This is in the latest Alpha Insider build for the Xbox. So not available to everybody yet, but the fact that it's already in the Alpha Insider channel and it looks relatively robust means that it should be arriving hopefully in the next dashboard update. So as you can see here on the screen, you can set things pretty granularly. So if you dig in here just a little bit, you can see you can customize the LED brightness, including just turning it off, but you can have your minimum and your default settings for the controller LED brightness, which is pretty cool. And then you can move it on over and then just adjust the dimness. But more importantly, the things that are nice here is that you're able to filter the blue light as well on your display. Now, if you're not familiar with blue light, there's been a lot of research saying that if you absorb a lot of blue light late into the evening, like right before bed, it can actually screw up some of your sleep a little bit. And so this is allowing you to adjust your blue light filtering on your display before you, well, head off into dream world. And so then there's one more setting panel here where you can just individually adjust the LED brightness again on the console. And these images, by the way, which I forgot to credit at the beginning of this, come from Idle Sloth over on the Twitters, and we very much appreciate him offering these up for us. So there you go. That's a pretty cool little feature. Not changing the game quite literally too much, and it's not new games for Game Passes, but it's a quality of life update, or QOL, as many people will refer to it. Just one more little thing that's going to make playing your Xbox just a little bit easier on your peepers. And so look for that update coming in the next release, hopefully, of the dashboard update. That's all we got now. Xbox is just getting a little bit better at night. And if you want to keep your brain updated with what's happening in the world of Xbox, make sure to keep it subscribed here because the only BS on this channel is me.